Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Casper. How you
Yeah,
doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. I'm
Good.
good. It's been a little while
Yeah,
since
I
we did
know.
this last.
Yeah.
I hope a
Yeah.
few people will join us soon. I didn't
Yeah.
hear anything from Al.
Mhm.
Um, Michelle, too. I didn't see if she noticed anything, but Doug is going to try to join us if he can. But we got a
Mhm.
lot of stuff to talk about, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah. There's always enough there, isn't there?
Oh
There's
yeah,
more than we can cover
right.
in the
That's
time that we
why I
have.
like doing these between my Canadian Drain episodes because there's always stuff that spills over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
unfortunately, the environment continues to wreak havoc
Yeah.
on great swaths of the world.
hmm I saw an
Yeah,
update earlier in British Columbia. Apparently,
yeah,
wildfire got worse again. So it did.
yeah. About
So.
20,000 now have had to flee from
hmm
the Okanagan region, which is a big growers region.
Right.
It's up near the border of Alberta.
hmm
And today, the premier and the I suddenly gone blank, and the minister of British Columbia called a state of emergency. So
Right.
it's pretty hairy. Yeah,
There's someone in
let's.
chat. Hello.
I'm going to bring up his announcement. There was another big fire that's, I think it's under control now. It was close to Vancouver.
hmm
Sorry, I didn't mean for it to start. Close to Vancouver in a national park. And I'm not sure what its status is right now, but we'll check.
hmm Hello, Rob.
Hey, Rob.
He said it's his first time.
Well, welcome. We're waiting for a couple of our other team members to get here, so we're just going to jump in with the Canadian news from me. Hey, Doug. Mic check.
Is mine okay?
Test, test. We good? Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh, he's just kidding, he said.
Arr. Okay, well. uh, I'm already confused. Don't get me started. What was I doing? Oh, trying to share my video. Premier Eby announcement, state of emergency in BC.
Today, based on the advice of emergency officials, Minister Green has declared a provincial state of emergency. With this new fast-moving wildfire and the large-scale evacuation that took place overnight, emergency officials advise us that they now need the specific tools it enables available to them at a moment's notice, should they be needed. The minister and emergency personnel who are with us today will be able to provide details on what this will mean on the ground. Through the night, first responders, wildfire crews, search and rescue teams, RCMP, local community members, local government leaders, volunteers, and emergency officials worked tirelessly. The stories that are starting to come out are heroic. Many people put themselves at risk to save others. We thank them for their courage and for their commitment. Right now, our full focus is saving lives and supporting rescue efforts. Air evacuations are underway for people cut off by the fire. Emergency teams continue to work and will work around the clock. We are coordinating resources across government and staying in constant contact with incident commanders and local government leaders. I've also been in contact with the Prime Minister, who has pledged his full support. To those in affected areas, if you are under an evacuation order, please leave immediately. These orders save lives. They allow wildfire crews and RCMP officers to focus their efforts where they are needed. Conditions are extremely dangerous and changing minute by minute. The fires are moving incredibly quickly. Please follow the directions of local officials. I know many families are facing an unimaginable day today. People have lost their homes, and many people have been displaced. Others are waiting for news about loved ones. Support is being mobilized, including emergency accommodation and other essential services.
Yeah, it's really, really bad. Let's test your mic again.
Hello.
Okay.
Can
Can
you
you
hear
turn
me?
it up?
It's turned up right full, so it is.
Okay.
Can't-
Well, if that's the best you can do, we'll just try and make it work somehow. Yeah. Okay. Well, we have fortunately we've had some international firefighting crews come to help us out from Venezuela and Mexico. A team came about 5-6 days ago, and then another team, 100 more came from Mexico. So we're really grateful to them for sure. Provincials.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was 5 days ago, and it's getting worse. Oh, shoot, it's not sharing. Dang it. Share screen. Arg.
It's Doug. It's Rose Claire.
Hey.
It's Doug.
I keep forgetting when I typed your hey there, Slayer, that was me.
Oh, was it?
But
I thought
yeah, but both Doug and I are using the same account,
Alright.
sort of. Okay, well, back to the video now that I've got it up.
Hours to feed wildfire fighters, contractors, and others in their community right up until the minute of evacuation from their community. They were feeding about 80 people all day long and ensuring that people were looked after. They're incredible rock stars and deserve recognition for their efforts. There are stories like that in every corner of British Columbia right now impacted by wildfire. And I want to thank everybody who's stepping up, like Nick and Maria, to provide that support to our wildfire service and to everybody who is responding in the time of need for many of our communities. Mexico stepping up in this way, Australia sending firefighters. These Mexican firefighters are part of a group of about 600 additional firefighters that are coming to British Columbia to provide support to our wildfire service from other parts of the world and other parts of Canada. They are returning a favor, and I want to thank the wildfire fighters who are coming from all over the world. Our wildfire fighters went to Australia. We have Australian wildfire fighters coming here. Earlier in the season, our wildfire fighters went across Canada. We have wildfire fighters from across Canada coming back to British Columbia. These 200 wildfire fighters from Mexico are likely going to the Brunswick Complex fire in the Fraser Canyon. And they will provide much needed support and relief for our frontline wildfire fighters to be able to recover and then return to the front line to continue their important work after the temporary crews go home. I want to thank them so much. The Consul General from Mexico is here with us today, and I want to thank him and his country for stepping up to support British Columbia. Consul General, thank you very much. For British Columbians right now, there are literally thousands of people across the province that are stepping up to help out those who are evacuated and are not able to stay in their communities, and those who are facing the threat of forest fire. From volunteers to our wildfire crews, they are here to provide support. In exchange, all we ask of British Columbians is a few things. If you are asked to leave your community, please do evacuate. We've already had examples this year of our wildfire fighters having to go into dangerous situations to rescue people from communities that had already been evacuated. Please make sure if you're in a wildfire-affected community that you're ready to go if you are receiving an evacuation.
Yeah, some people were saying they didn't even get a notification to evacuate in some instances. And whenever I check the wildfire map, it's not necessarily accurate. It can shift at any minute, like literally the wind shifts and anything can happen. Where I am, where my family is, we're in a relatively safe location, all things considered, but yeah, it's scary all the same. And the smoke is terrible. Fergus has been affected. He was coughing earlier today. Even though, you know, windows and doors are closed, it gets in. So it's nasty.
It's the thing to do with the smoke. We can cause all sorts of complications, can't it? You know,
Mm.
Danny.
Yeah, I've been wearing my mask. I've basically been wearing my COVID mask for 6 years or something now. I mean, partly because other people were still being stupid for a couple of years, and then my brother-in-law got cancer, so I wasn't taking any chances. And now my sister has cancer, and my mother's elderly, so I've basically been wearing the damn mask, and now I have to wear a double mask because of the smoke. It's awful. Benny, you're lurking as usual. You're too miffed to have civil conversation. Understood. Yeah. I've been beyond rage and disgust myself the last couple of days for a lot of reasons. Yeah, stupid Republican tricks. Speaking of which, our Conservative Party is losing support left and right. Pierre Poilievre lost another minister who quit completely, just walked away. Yeah, so this whole MAGA separatist thing is still a threat, but
Yeah.
less so.
Reform in the UK have went down like dramatically in the polls that have since all this.
Good.
Well, since it came out about, you know, that 5 million donation thing, a lot less people are looking at them favorably. But the thing of that is then they might vote for Restore, which are kind of more extreme. But you know, but yeah, but it's but that the by-election is next week, so it is on the 13th. Nigel's Farage's by-election against
Oh yeah.
and
Oh.
there's 34 candidates in total. So there's 32 other candidates. There's loads of parties that you normally never even hear of because of the way the political system works in England. You know, like a lot of the news, everything else will only ever focus on like the main parties because it's like first past the post election.
Right.
You know,
right.
so yeah, so they don't have the same like diversity, but this election they definitely do because there's everybody's on the ticket. So they are. I think it's one of the biggest by-elections. You know, the candidate role. So it is. It's going to take like 2 pages or something. So it is. But like
Nice.
everyone.
That's like when Poilievre was running again. He had like 200 people running against him or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, should we share that bin face clip?
Oh yeah, yeah.
All
It might be a
right.
bit niche if there's as a bit of background. The Dalek one is the
Yeah.
Dalek one. Yeah, it's
Whoops.
just if you watched Doctor Who before, then you'll appreciate this, and if not, you'll just think I'm a bit mad for probably for sure.
Was there another one that was the more? She keeps starting. Don't start. Don't start without me, you silly thing.
Oh.
We can play this one or any other one you prefer. Oops. We lost Casper. Was that me or her? Someone clicked the wrong button. Sorry if it was me. Oh. All right, well, we'll play Vote Dalek. Dalek? I'm not a Doctor Who fan or don't know any of the lore. Something about a phone booth. Welcome back, Casper. Sorry if that was me.
I don't know. I just always assume it's me hitting the wrong button.
All good. We're back.
Yeah, so Doctor Who, obviously, it's like an iconic thing in the UK. Well, it started in the UK. It started on BBC, basically when TV was black and white. It's been going since 1953 or
Oh, wow.
1963. So it has,
Like
yeah, so it's
Star
been on
Trek,
a long,
sort
long
of.
time. Yeah, but it's very British, if you know what I mean? You know, the
Yeah.
humor and stuff in it. Yeah. But
I
the
know a
show
lot of
of the
people
characters,
watch it.
yeah, yeah, it went worldwide, like, you know what I mean now. But for a long time it was kind of, you know, it was only if you'd been in the UK for any length of time, you know, you would know about it. You know, it's kind of
Right.
that.
I know it was kind
Everybody
of
had a doctor
niche.
growing up. Yeah,
Uh,
everybody had, like, my uncle used to watch it when he was younger. You know what I mean? You know, so it's been
yeah.
on TV for a long time. So it has.
It's like some weird, what's that, EastEnders or
Yeah, yeah, EastEnders, exactly. Yeah, or Coronation Street or something
right,
like that.
Coronation Street.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just goes
No,
on, and every generation watches it, and it's like
yeah,
a
yeah,
tradition. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
totally.
cool.
And now, please direct your attention to the following party political broadcast. The Dalek Empire is aware of the upcoming by-election for the constituency of Clacton. Given the attention-seeking nature of the incumbent MP, and the fact that he will likely face a second by-election in a few weeks' time, when the Parliamentary Standards Committee investigation into his dodgy donations is concluded, the Daleks have decided we're going to sit this one out. The people of Clacton have a simple choice in this election: to vote for the establishment, represented by a comedy candidate with ridiculous policies, who is literally incapable of having a sensible conversation, or for a recyclone from the planet Sigma 9. The Daleks have faced the recyclones in battle before.
Recyclone.
They are inferior, but formidable opponents. All we're saying is, you could do worse. And that is why the Dalek Empire offers Count Binface their full endorsement. It is about time that the humans voted to be dominated by a superior alien species. And if Binface can succeed, then there will be a precedent for total victory for the Daleks! Victory for the Daleks!
Nice.
Yeah, so
Oh, that's hilarious.
yeah.
I don't know if everybody in the chat remembers Count Binface. We've talked about him on the stream before. Should we share a Binface or not? I don't know. Maybe we want to move on. All right.
It's up to you. Yeah.
Is there any recent Binface?
He did a song the other day. You know
Oh.
the way he always does an election song? Yeah, it's on his YouTube page. So it is
Okay.
from a day ago, I think. Like I'm on the beach in the daytime. The screenshot of it is.
Binface on the beach?
There was two there was on the beach. So there was one from a couple of hours ago, and then there was one from yesterday, I think. I think the song was released yesterday.
Oh, Clacton Express? Wait a second.
Yes, I think. Yeah. Obviously, we can't play it all because we'll get copyrighted, but, you know, we can play a wee bit. So we can play the introduction because he's obviously got the song to, you know, to rework it. It's a song by the Divine Comedy originally called National
Oh, okay.
Express, but he's changed it up. So he has.
Hey, Bob, it's been a while. Nice to see you.
Hey, Bob. Yep, it's me, Casper.
All right. We'll just play a little bit.
Yeah, my name's Captain Face.
Oops.
And I've entered the race with Flaxton's new MP. I'll spend more time with you
Okay.
than I promised.
I've got it at 1.5 speed, so maybe we can
Yeah.
get away with it.
Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed.
DC. Unconditional gift with a curious wit. It's a mystery. One thing isn't in doubt. If you vote those guys out, we'll make history.
I love it. Oh gosh, I want this guy to win so badly. I don't know what the original sounds like, so I'm guessing it's a good parody.
Yeah, it is. I'll send you the original later. The Divine Comedy, they did the. Did you ever watch Father Ted? You know the theme tune,
Yeah,
Father
yeah.
Ted. They did that song, and then they did the song. You know the Eurovision entry for Father Ted, the horse one, about the horse. I don't know whether. But
I think I remember that.
it was, yeah, the two priests were entering Eurovision for Ireland, so they were it was a whole.
My lovely horse. Okay. Well, let's keep rooting for Bin Face.
The guy Neil Hannon, that yeah, the guy in Divine Comedy that wrote those songs. His wife actually has a sanctuary for horses
Oh.
and donkeys.
Oh, cool.
And stuff in the south as well. It's called My Lovely Horse Sanctuary. So it is. There was a thing on BBC News about it like a year or two ago. Yeah, so it was like funny.
Drink, drink, drink. Right on, Bob. Be brilliant if he wins.
Have you been at the Flab of?
Well, what happened this week? You missed the FLA because you had a health thing, but did we already show that at Belfast?
No.
Burger fan?
No, we haven't.
All
I
right.
put a clip above it.
So,
I put a
want
clip
to
above
set
it.
up and tell people what the FLA is and everything?
Yeah. So there's a clip above the burger van one. So there is, Laura, and it just explains a wee bit about what the FLA is. If you want to play a minute of that, I think it's from.
Okay.
Is that? It's just basically, it's one of the biggest music and culture events.
Hold on.
And so it is.
Stop. Sorry. Repeat. Didn't hear you because the stupid video starts.
No, it's one of the biggest music and cultural events in Ireland. So it is, and people come from all over the world to participate and compete in it as well. So there's competitions in music and language and a whole load of different things. So there is, so it's a whole cultural thing. And this year it's in Belfast for the first time, and also they've included people from Ulster Scots traditions and unionist backgrounds. Normally they wouldn't be taking part in the FLA because it's seen as very Irish, but this year everyone seems to be embracing it. So it's really, really good for Belfast.
Cool.
So it is, and it's good for everyone, you know. But yeah, so they've been taking part and all in it too. So they have down at Titanic and all. So they have, so everyone, you know, So it's different for everybody, you know. So this year,
Very nice.
normally, like I think it was in Watford and stuff, yeah, for the last couple of years, and it's been all
And it'll
over.
be
So I
there
think we're
next year
weekend
too?
this year and next year.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. But
Nice.
literally, you can't move in Belfast, so you can't.
Huh.
There's just people just everywhere. So they
Oh, I bet.
pedestrianised the city centre. So they have, and the street, they estimated it was going to be 800,000, but everyone reckons it's way more than that because it's
Probably.
just,
That sounds
yeah,
great.
you know. So yeah, it's brilliant, and anyone can come, and like you can just set up in the street and busk if you want. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And the
Nice.
council aren't, and the
They don't
council aren't
push you
enforcing the street.
away or anything. You don't have to
No,
stake out
no.
a site. Nice.
No, you can literally set up wherever you like, on a bench in the middle of the street if you want, you know.
Very
So
cool.
it's like, yeah, it is cool. You know, and there's so
800,000,
many
says Bob.
people as well. Yeah, yeah, it's
Wow.
been great. So it has. Hello, looking south.
So let's check this out.
Well, it's been a week of music, colour, and good crack at the Flower Festival in North.
It's very funny. So,
Do I have the right clip? BBC Breakfast talking about it?
I hope so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, BBC Breakfast. Yeah.
Okay.
An island with nearly 1 million people expected to attend the event.
Oh, a
The annual
million.
festival is the biggest celebration of Irish music and culture in the world, and for the first time, it's being held in Belfast. Island correspondent Sarah Gavin has been along to find out more.
On every street of Belfast city centre, on every corner, in every nook and cranny, there's music. There have been 200 events this week, sessions, concerts and competitions, with more than 20,000 musicians taking part.
The Flag Ceoil na HÉireann, or Music Festival of Ireland, is the world's largest celebration of traditional Irish music and culture. People come from all over this island and all over the globe to perform, to compete, or simply to watch, listen and enjoy.
Early estimates put visitor numbers at 800,000 and a boost to Northern Ireland's economy at more than £50 million. But it's thought those figures have now been surpassed. And while the flag doesn't finish until tomorrow, thoughts are already turning to the event's legacy.
There's so many places who take the flower on. It's a flash in the pan. The music goes for about 6 or 7 months or maybe a year after it and fizzles out again. Where our city was already a huge area for traditional music. Anything that involves arts brings people together. More of it, please.
Oh, nice.
Issues around culture and identity can be divisive in Northern Ireland. Organisers of this year's FLA have worked with communities to make sure the event welcomed all traditions. We caught up with a Loyalist marching band rehearsing for their showcase FLA performance.
Wow, are we really going to do this? What's people going to think? You know, and those are the questions that go through your head, and you're thinking, is our community going to be against? But surprisingly, a lot of people have said, fantastic, great to see you out, you know, go for it, you know, and that's what we're doing.
It's a journey, it's new territory for Belfast, and our aim is to try and break down the negative stereotypes around the Loyalist community and what our culture and traditions look like, and the only way by doing that is by participating in it.
For many, the FLA has been a family affair, especially when it comes to busking.
I think it's just a bit of fun, like it's nice
Maggie.
to have something to do on the side, like other than school and all, and it's fun to have friends and all and go play music in pubs and all with people.
I could hear all the music when I go around and it sounds very good.
These students have been studying music, Irish language and poetry all week ahead of their performance together. Some pupils travelled from America just for the FLA.
This is definitely the biggest session I've been to. It was nice to play with this much people.
I have been very lucky to make a career out of it and to make a living out of it, and to be based in America, teaching music and playing music. It's such an honour for me to be able to share my culture so broadly, and it's such a thrill to have so many of the kids over with us this week.
I like traditional Irish music because it helps me like connect to Ireland. and it connects to people around me, and it always just makes me feel really nice and fuzzy on the inside.
And for those who've enjoyed all the fun of the Fleadh, well, they don't have to wait too long for the next one, because it's back in Belfast next year. Sarah Gervin, BBC News.
Oh, that looks great.
Yeah. So there's a whole load of pop-up bars and stuff that have been set up for it as well. So there's just the whole town is just alive at the minute. So it is, so it's really good.
Oh,
you
I'm
know.
sure. I'm sure. Wonderful.
So here's the burger van incident. So
Okay, hang
this
on.
was basically because of playlists, random playlists on things like Spotify or
Oh,
SoundCloud or you know what I
yeah.
mean? And they just mix in everything. So this was why this happened. This fella did not do this on purpose, just to be clear, So I have to say
Okay.
that because it's not.
Okay, yes, yeah, that's important.
Because some people would be extremely offended by that song, especially in Belfast. You know what I mean? So, you have to be, you know, so.
Yeah.
But this
Yeah.
happened anyway, right? So with that disclaimer.
All right. Well, this is I always
Garen.
mispronounce his name.
Garen.
Yeah.
This is Garen Moon from Mayo.
All right.
Truck in Belfast has got itself into a lot of fucking trouble. They accidentally played some pro-IRA music, which is, of course, a little bit anti-British and a bit of a touchy subject in the north. This was at the Belfast Fleadh, a lovely event meant to bring the Catholics and the Protestants and everybody together. But unfortunately, nobody counted on a burger van putting on the wrong playlist and reigniting sectarian tensions. Now, loyalist groups, some of you aren't going to know what a fucking loyalist is. Okay, there's about 800 years of bloody, complicated history here. We're not going to get fucking into it. Basically, loyalists want Northern Ireland to remain part of Britain, and everybody else thinks they should be part of Ireland. These people are the reason Derry has such a ridiculous, complicated name on the map. Londonderry, Derry. Just let us call it fucking Derry. Nowhere else even called Derry. There's a fairly well-known place called fucking London. Anyway, I got distracted. Back to the terrorist burger van. Anyway, this loyalist group thinks it was no fucking accident. You played ooh-ah, up-ah on purpose to undermine our Britishness, you cunt of a burger van. I am here to take a stand and defend this burger van. I believe it was an honest mistake. See, what the loyalists don't understand is how much of a slippery slope any Irish playlist is. There isn't a single Irish playlist on this planet that won't at some point dip its toes delicately into a little bit of playful English hate and maybe calls for violence. Sometimes it even happens in an otherwise completely innocent song. Oh, I remember my school days in Ballahadreen. I met a fine damsel, the girl of me dreams. And the fucking English ruined everything. It would have been fine if it wasn't for the fucking English. Take the 6 counties back, fucking shower of cunts. And her hair glistens in that October sun. So it's the way we write. It's how we express ourselves. Anyway, follow me. I'm delicious. A food truck in Belfast has...
Oh, that's hilarious. At some point, any Irish music is bound to offend someone. My dad had to rent a room above an Irish pub for a couple of years, and it just about drove him crazy. He's a jazz saxophone player, and all he would hear all day, all night. Anyway, not to offend anyone, but weedle dee doodle dee dee.
Yeah.
And he'd be thumping on the floor. Shut up. Oh, well, welcome, Michelle. Good to see you, darling.
Yeah.
And hello to those joining the chat as well.
Good afternoon or evening.
How are you doing?
Doing okay. Hanging in there. Got some good weather, thankfully.
Good, good. Yeah, it's been okay here. A bit hot. We've had a couple of really smoky days that held the heat down, and it is really kind of gross, but otherwise the temperature's not bad. I can't complain yet.
Yeah. Well, the reduced smoke, I like to hear that.
Hmm.
Hopefully that means for you guys that things are getting sorted out.
No, you'll have to go back to the beginning of the show. Our province is actually in a state of emergency now.
Oh
We've
no.
got
Okay, I'll
crews.
rewatch it later. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we got crews from Australia, New Zealand, and Mexico helping. So, and other provinces, and
my
I think
goodness.
even a few American volunteers. So, here's hoping that they get it under control, or that we get some rain, or both. And we're okay where we are. I've got my special fancy cat carrier. It's a backpack. Fergus is good about that, being in a backpack or in a carrier. So
Good.
I'll put him on my shoulders and we'll run.
Hi, Sonia.
Sonia, hey, happy anniversary to you and Doug.
Yeah.
Nice to at least be able to spend some time together. I know he's hard to grab hold of these days. Always busy, busy, busy. Okay, well, what else have we got on here to talk about on our list? There's other environmental impacts, like the your story about the football season being postponed because of the pitches being
Right.
hard.
Yeah, there's no grass on them. They're literally like dry. Like it looks like earth, like dry earth. It doesn't even
Oh
look
yeah.
like grass, you know? So yeah,
Well, it
so they
is
had
too
the football
dangerous.
season. Yeah, so they had to put the soccer season off. So they did in England because obviously there's people, because you could really hurt yourself, you know, if you've, you know, because it's
Yeah.
different. And obviously it's completely different playing on a grass, you know.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, so yeah,
Drought
but
and record heat.
yeah, yeah, remember the other week too in the Cairngorms in Scotland and stuff were on fire, and then in England as well, beside that nuclear power plant last week, that as well be. There was it said there was the size of 140 football pitches that far as well. So everywhere, you know. It's
Did you
not
say
good.
140?
Yeah, football
Oh my
pitches, that's how big
goodness.
the fire was. Yeah, besides nuclear power plants, it was only a couple of miles away from it. So so they had to evacuate everyone. So
Oh
they did that
wow.
happened last week. Yeah, you know, so yeah, so there's the football
Record-breaking
pitches
heat
and
waves.
yeah. There's an
Oh my
Exceptionally.
goodness.
there as well, I think. And it was just church, and it literally looked like it was in like a desert instead. And like normally it would be like it would be you know, your atypical picture of an English church in the middle of the English countryside, you know,
Yeah, all
like
that
a lot of
lush grass and things we're used to
yeah,
picturing. Yeah.
you know what I mean. And it was just, it looked like it was
Dirt.
in the middle. Yeah, you know, so it's
Mm.
not good. And the water levels are falling too. You know what I mean? Like apart
Oh yeah.
from all that's happening, you know, so it's, but like that, like normally all that's green, you know. It's,
Wow. Yeah, the
yeah.
Danube is at its lowest level in, I think,
Mhm.
history or
Yeah, they
decade
found
at
it. Yep.
least.
They've
Europe's dry
finding,
riverbeds, scorched earth.
they've
Wow.
been finding ships and stuff in the Danube. So they have.
Jeez. Oh man, we're gonna have to shift our way of doing a lot of stuff, particularly food related.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's that clip about the Danube?
Well, I will share one of the things that's been taking up my time is trying to manage my dad's health and well-being remotely from here. He's in Arizona, and yes, it is the desert, and he lives in the desert. However, they normally have monsoon season. So it is hot as hell, but normally they have that torrential downpour, and they have had 3 that have dissipated. So they've had 0. and usually the monsoons are a concern. And so, yeah, 0 so far. I know.
Hey, Push Gnarly. Ever been to Midwest Florida skate parks galore? Not sure what that means. The tides are changing. Strange. Huge sarcasm seen from space. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. The Danube hits record lows. Sure, tourism takes a hit. Oh dear.
And they were literally spraying people with water outside the Coliseum in Rome the other day. So they were, because it was so hot. You know, like the local government people, you know what I mean? Because they can't, people just can't. Europe isn't used to this type of heat, prolonged for this length of time, you know.
The Danube is Europe's second longest river. Today, many parts of it are at record low water levels. A long drought and weeks of extreme heat have left the river and some of the nearby channels too shallow for many vessels like these ones to navigate through. Tourism has taken a big hit. Mahar Pass Nave, Hungary's largest river cruise operator, has suspended sightseeing tours north of Budapest. Bookings have fallen 18%. International cruise lines like these ones right here have canceled or postponed their departures. The problem goes beyond tourism. Cargo vessels are sailing with lighter loads to avoid running aground, while others remain stranded until water levels rise once again. The Danube is a trade route that connects 10 countries here in Europe. When the river slows, supply chains, businesses, and local economies feel the impact.
Yep. Trade routes are changing. Everything's changing faster than expected by those who weren't paying attention or who didn't give a shit. RNSH. Yeah, that's sarcasm. Sea kelp clogging the ocean. Haven't pumped gas since 2018. EV saved your sanity and wallet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. But not a Tesla. Right? Well, what else? What else we got?
We'll have the Ukraine Russia, the Euro news story.
Oh yeah. Well, let's set that one up. Talk about that one for us.
Yeah. So President Zelensky visited the President of Serbia. So he did. So their relations between those two countries are on a really good note at the minute, basically. So that's good for them, for the Ukraine. You know what I mean? It means they have more.
Sorry. Oh, I hate when it does that. Sorry. Say again.
So it's good for it means the Ukraine basically has like a new official ally, you know, against Russia, you know, because there had been some support for Russia within Serbia as well, you know, so officially now Serbia is back in the Ukraine, you know.
Oh.
So, and then there's stuff about Russia as well. There's a wee clip about Russia, and then there's a clip about the border issue in between Spain and Italy. They're at loggerheads at the minute, so they are checking bases.
Yeah. I want to find out more about that. That psyop or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
At least 3 people were killed, including a child, and several injured following Russian attacks on Kyiv overnight. Fires also erupted in 2 districts of the Ukrainian capital, according to local authorities. The State Emergency Service of Ukraine shared images on social media showing blazes ravaging what appear to be warehouses and garages. And a Russian drone strike on the Chernihiv region in northern Ukraine also sparked a fire at a warehouse. Moscow has significantly intensified its attacks on the Ukrainian capital in recent months, often by firing ballistic missiles that are difficult to intercept. On its end, Kyiv has retaliated with firing a record number of drones at Russia. The latest strikes come as Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky visits Serbia for his first official visit. Zelensky had dinner with his counterpart Alexander Vučić, who had repeated this week that he will not change his mind on sanctions on Russia. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky received an honor guard welcome on Saturday, kicking off his official visit to Serbia. The Ukrainian leader then proceeded to meet with Serbian counterpart Alexander Vučić at the presidential palace. The talks come as Ukraine seeks to strengthen international support amid Russia's ongoing and intensifying strikes. As part of the visit, the 2 nations signed a memorandum of understanding in which Vučić said Ukraine and Serbia will soon deliver a free trade deal.
This free trade agreement is of an utmost importance for our country with Ukraine, and we're going to work hard, and I believe that swiftly and efficiently we'll deliver it to our people.
Serbia is one of the few European countries that continues to maintain close ties with Moscow and has repeatedly refused to impose tougher sanctions against Russia. Belgrade is seeking to balance this relationship with Moscow against pressure from the European Union to align with the bloc's foreign policy. By hosting Zelensky, Vučić is therefore sending a strong signal to the EU, but also to Russia.
On this vote,
the United States Senate has approved a major sanction.
Yeah, that's really good news.
Yeah. Yeah.
Michelle, are you there?
I am.
I just paused the video in case anyone had wanted to make a comment. Let's see what this is about, the U.S. Senate.
Just that I'm jealous of Ukraine and having what a president is supposed to behave like.
Yeah, and I'm sure that they had had these talks with full knowledge that Taco Tuesday with renege on his word as usual.
He doesn't really have a word.
on this vote,
the United States Senate has approved a major sanctions package targeting Russia's energy revenues. This includes Russian officials, oligarchs, financial institutions, and the so-called shadow fleet. The bipartisan legislation would allow U.S. President Donald Trump to set tariffs up to 500% on Russian imports, including oil and gas.
Every barrel of oil that goes unsold, every dollar denied the Kremlin, makes it harder for Russia to finance its reign of terror, which every night Ukrainians endure.
Russia has waged war against Ukraine for far too long, and this bill assists President Trump in his noble efforts to bring it to a close. This legislation was deeply important to my brother, Lindsey, and I'm grateful that this bill has achieved such a wide coalition of support.
The legislation now heads to the House of Representatives, although a vote there will not take place until at least early September. If adopted into law, Russian President Vladimir Putin himself would be among those targeted by the sanctions, as well as other top officials.
A full-blown row has erupted between Rome and Madrid after the Meloni government refused to accept the Spanish cabinet ultimatum to lift border checks for people arriving in Italy from Spain. The measures came into effect on Saturday morning and are set to remain in place until 7 September. The Spanish government said its retaliatory measures mimic those of Rome's, meaning now Italian nationals arriving to the Iberian country by land, sea, or air will be asked to show an identity document, and non-EU nationals arriving from Italy will also be asked to present their Schengen visas or resident permit cards. Madrid added to the complications by detailing that Italian citizens arriving must present new issue identity cards in electronic format, warning that old paper cards would not be considered valid documents. Italy first imposed these measures against Spanish travelers following last week's influx of migrants into Spain's North African exclave of Ceuta and will run to at least 15 August. Spain denounced the measures, calling them contrary to the interests of the EU and discriminatory to the Spanish population.
Yeah. Well, thanks for that. That was a great update. A lot of stuff in there to talk about. Is there anything new about the why that happened? Who was behind it? In with those migrants.
It seems to be it has something to do with the Morocco and the Western Sahara have been fighting for years over territory or something, and it's something to do with the territory stuff. And then the Prime Minister of Israel, his son, apparently had put out a tweet telling people, now this was like a year or two ago, but he was telling people to take it back, basically, you know, because obviously Spain, you know, is in North Africa, you know what I mean? So, and, you know, if they wanted Arab land back, they should start there, basically, you know, so, and then as well as that, apparently Morocco opened the border as well. So there's a whole load of different things at play in that. I was watching a bit of Now Media during the week. So it was, you know, Ty Hickey, and he does it with a lady, Nora, I can't remember her surname, but yeah, they were basically, you know, they said it wasn't just about, you know, migrants. It basically, and the law changed as well. So if they arrived by sea, they couldn't be returned or something, because Spain had changed the law or something as well. So
oh, jeez.
there was a whole load of different things, you know, happening with that too.
Yeah.
Obviously, I
Yeah.
wasn't well last week, so I didn't get a chance to look at it properly. You know what I mean? But that's just what I've been picking up from the things that I've seen about it. You know, but
Just a whole lot of chaos being activated.
it's expected. It's like it was 60,000 people at one, like in one, you know, go. If you know what I mean, you know, it's because obviously all those countries, a lot of European countries in Southern Europe, you know, would get migrants coming in. Italy as well has problems with people like coming in boats and stuff like that. Same way people come between France and England and, you know, like dinghy boats, you know what I mean? So obviously,
yeah.
depending on
Well,
the sea conditions, the chances of the boat not making it is, you know,
yeah.
higher. So
This isn't
there's
anything
always a lot of
recent. We all,
factors,
yeah.
you know.
Memories of all these awful
Yeah.
drownings, and yeah. I mean, it's a whole lot combination of factors that are contributing to this for sure.
Yeah.
But there's
But a
people
lot of
saying
people would have went to Italy through Libya. So that was like a route as well, and obviously Libya was stable up until the
Have you with us?
Gaddafi regime fell. You know, in that way, you know, well, there wasn't the amount of migrants moving through it to, you know, then leave in a small boat, you know, from the shores of Libya to go to Italy. You know, either. You know what I mean? So it's like a migrant population in Europe that has happened over the last 20 years has been because of the wars that have happened, you know, at their respective places, you know, so, but, and obviously Africa, like there's been wars in Africa for a long time that Western media hardly ever reports on as well, so obviously we have Africans too, you know, coming as well, so, you know, and lots of them come on work visas and come here to work and live and they contribute and everything else, but it's there's a whole narrative at the minute being portrayed by the right wing, you know, that they're all just here, you know, they're all men of fighting age and stuff like that, and you know they're here for like nefarious means, you know.
We actually have quite a number of African immigrants here too, and a lot of them are in the medical field, and they're wonderful. I mean, I don't know why people get so upset. It's, I mean,
exactly.
really, really a failure of so many to be human, to do something, you know, right for other people in need. No, they just make things worse.
Yeah, Bob says our 40,000 Moroccans got taxed. So it is. Yeah.
40,000? Oh
Yeah, and then
my.
he said underneath as well, he forgot about BB's son.
BB's son tweeted of Spain. Let me see, I can't read that. Should I put on my other glasses? Forgot about that. Casper. BB's son tweeted if Spain stopped funding NGOs in Gaza, they'd stop funding them in Western Sahara.
Morocco, yeah. Yeah, so there's more play at that whole thing, you know, but of course that's a
Right.
for the far
Yeah.
right. So it is to Europe to say, see, look what happens, you know. You know,
Yeah.
obviously they want, yeah.
Well, should I play part of this? The EU discusses fallout after thousands of migrants cross into, or is this? This is 3 days ago, so let's see.
Week when in just 24 hours, tens of thousands of people entered Spanish territory in North Africa known as Ceuta. Now, after an emergency meeting on Tuesday, the EU's 27 home affairs ministers declared their support for how Spain handled the border crisis. According to the Spanish government, at least 72,000 migrants entered Ceuta from Morocco. 70,000 of those migrants have already returned. Madrid also said none of them have traveled to mainland Spain. Well, joining me now is Carla Hobbs. She heads the Madrid office of the European Council on Foreign Relations, and she argues that the crisis in Ceuta has exposed several dangers and vulnerabilities for the European Union. Ms. Hobbs, it's good to have you with us. I know that you argue that Morocco may have used migration as leverage against Spain in what we saw last week. What evidence tells us that this was deliberate?
Thank you very much for having me. I think, the Spanish government hasn't publicly blamed Morocco, and it's pointed to the recent Supreme Court ruling in Spain on returns. And it is true that there was a disinformation campaign built on that ruling. So, social media in Morocco was flooded throughout July with videos telling people kind of how to get to Ceuta, tips on how to go, and lots of disinformation surrounding the fact that they would be welcomed into Spain. So that's definitely was a part of it. But I think that if you look at the rest, the sheer scale of the numbers, of those that went through, the reduced border controls that we saw, migrants' own accounts that their authorities encouraged them to cross. It all points towards a degree of Moroccan complicity. And I think also, one can't ignore the timing. Just 10 days earlier, Prime Minister Sanchez had traveled to Algiers to relaunch relations with Morocco's regional rival. It also fits quite a long-established pattern that we've seen of Morocco using migration as a coercive tool against Spain to extract concessions from Madrid. In 2021, when there was a diplomatic rift over the Western Sahara, we saw Rabat allow, 9,000 migrants into Ceuta. So there's definitely a significant precedent, and I think it's hard to deny that Morocco had some involvement in this.
Well, certainly Spain cannot argue that this had never happened before, but Spain is saying that it had no intelligence warning. And a lot of people are going to ask, how can tens of thousands of people move towards one border in just a matter of hours without authorities at least sensing that something is in the works?
Yeah, I think on that front, it's going to be hard to establish the facts. But, Spain has an interest in not escalating things with Morocco. It's not going to publicly do a blame game. This fits a pattern of Spain kind of, when these things happen, just saying that it's cooperating with Morocco. This is because, Spain depends on, in the very immediate term, on Morocco cooperating on returns, but then in the medium and long term on migration and security cooperation. So I think, getting into the weeds of exactly what happened in the run-up to the event is going to be quite difficult, and establishing exactly what happened may be quite challenging.
Let me ask you about what we're seeing here inside inside the European Union, there were several days right after the migrant incident in Ceuta where you had countries that were blaming Spain for what had happened. Today, we heard interior ministers from the European Union praising Spain's response. Is that a genuine change of position, or are these politicians just engaging in political damage control?
Yes, I mean, so the kind of display of solidarity today, I think, yes, comes a little bit too late, as it were. I mean, it is necessary, but it really comes after a pretty remarkable week. I mean, as you were saying, we saw, a public diplomatic spat breaking out, between Spain and Morocco, and between Spain and Italy, as between Spain and Morocco, and instead of showing solidarity, particularly as a southern European country, which has also experienced massive regular migration and received European solidarity as a response, Italy blamed it on Spain's migration policy and proceeded to suspend Schengen. And then seeing other countries kind of join the bandwagon. Denmark, who it should be remembered was on the receiving end of a great deal of European solidarity when it went to President Trump making moves on Greenland. So these were the two countries, Italy and Denmark, that actually got 20 others to sign up to a letter blaming Sanchez's immigration policy. I think it was pretty remarkable actually to see EU member states turn on another in such a shocking display of disunity. So it's good that they're talking solidarity today, but I think the lack of solidarity that was shown at the time won't be forgotten in Spain, nor by countries that are kind of seeking to burst the EU the way Morocco did.
Critics also blame Spain's decision to regularize more than 1 million migrants already living there, and even without proof of a pull effect. Did Madrid create the perception that Spain's door was open to anybody?
No, I think we have to separate this out. You don't get tens of thousands of people at one crossing in a single day because of a regularization that was announced, back in January. You get it when border controls on the other side are stood down. So I think, this kind of conflation of regularization with weaponization of migration is a complete fallacy. And also on the regularization policy itself, it isn't a kind of radical invention of the Sanchez government. Spain has had various regularization streams, in the last kind of 20 years, and actually various of them were administered by conservative governments. And it didn't have the same effect. And we're also seeing several of the countries which are criticizing Spain on this regularization, Italy included, have actually themselves done regularization campaigns, albeit perhaps slightly more discreetly. So I think it really cannot be it cannot be joined together. Yeah.
Carla Hobbs, unfortunately we're out of time, but we appreciate your insights tonight. Thank you.
Yeah. Hang on, I got it. I got the. Who asked about Trump? Bob, didn't Trump admin just recognize Morocco's right to that? Yeah. Trump strongly supports Morocco's territorial claims over Western Sahara, but does not officially support Moroccan claims over Spain's North African enclaves of however that's pronounced. I can't pronounce it. Ceuta, and Mayilla. What is it?
I think it's Ceuta, is it?
Ceuta and Melilla.
Melilla, or if it's in
Melilla.
Spain, if it's a double L, it's pronounced like a Y.
Melilla. Okay.
Melilla.
Official recognition. This is AI generated. Formally recognized Moroccan sovereignty over Western Sahara in December 2020 as part of the Abraham Accord agreement when Morocco normalized relations with Israel. Reaffirmation, ties with Rabat, diplomatic and economic relations between U.S. and Morocco remain exceptionally strong, highlighted by mutual cooperation and infrastructure acknowledgements. Such an AI thing to say. No official endorsement, but yeah. Okay, hang on. Something 6 days ago. Oh, not available. Watch video on YouTube. Let me see. Okay. We're a little over it. Jump scare. We're a little over an hour, but we'll continue with this for a few more minutes, and then we can think about whether we want to stay longer. We can stay maybe another 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Unless you want to go, Casper or Michelle. But
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Me too, just hanging out with the fam.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday, Michelle. Lots of love. I'll have to show you my mom's fancy cake. Well, you guys saw the photos, but I'll pull them up.
Did. That was fabulous.
Oh, the sugar coma. I had one slice with them in the afternoon, and then I went back for a second that night, and I slept in the next day from quite late. Just totally crashed out from that. The icing alone was like eating like several pieces of fudge.
Oh, the disrespect's here. Hello.
Okay.
Oh, the disrespect is here.
What? Say again?
Oh, Kisu is here?
Yeah. She's in chat.
Oh. Let me see. Hello. I'm out of it today. I blame the smoke in the air.
US President Donald recognition of Moroccan sovereignty over Western Sahara in a message addressed to King Mohammed on the anniversary of Throne Day. Now, in his message, Trump wrote that US recognizes Morocco's sovereignty over Western Sahara and supports Morocco's credible and realistic autonomy proposal as the only basis for a just and lasting solution to the dispute. Trump cautioned that any other approach would only prolong the current situation, which is unacceptable, vowing that Washington will continue to advance efforts which are aimed at bringing the dispute to an end. Now, the ongoing dispute over Western Sahara continues to influence diplomatic movements in North Africa. Morocco advocates for a framework of expanded autonomy for the region while maintaining its own overarching sovereignty. Conversely, the Polisario Front backed by Algeria seeks to hold a referendum to achieve full self-determination. The dispute dates back to 1975, when Spain ended its colonial rule of the territory. It escalated into armed conflict between Morocco and the Polisario Front until a 1991 ceasefire. The ties between Washington and Rabat entered a new phase during Trump's first term in December 2020, when he issued a proclamation recognizing Moroccan sovereignty over Western Sahara, after Morocco agreed to normalize relations with Israel. Now, the development comes as tens of thousands of migrants from Morocco they entered Spain's enclave of Ceuta, North Africa, in recent days from deaths from the surge in crossings had risen to at least 67. Spain's interior minister said that almost all of 60,000 migrants who entered the enclave had left by Saturday. Although the incident prompted some EU countries to bolster their border controls over the sudden influx. After migrants reached the frontier earlier in the week, Spain installed a 500-meter-long barrier on the sea border between its North African territory of Ceuta to prevent the crossings.
When we heard that the gates opened, all of the people who worked with me, kitchen staff and waiters, all left and we all left. I spent one day without food. All shops and markets were closed. This seems to have been agreed upon. They imposed a siege to force us to leave Ceuta on our own. That is what happened. They succeeded in their plan.
Now, despite the reduced risk, the European Union is all set to hold emergency talks on Tuesday to discuss the influx. After tense exchanges between Spain and other member states, the 22 nations issued a joint letter calling for coordinated action and the strengthening of the EU's external borders. Now, in a separate letter to EU Chief Ursula von der Leyen, Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez has assured that the Spanish government had restored control over the border, preventing unauthorized onward movement towards continental Europe in less than 48 hours. Sanchez also said that he had serious concerns about some European governments. On Saturday, the Spanish city of Ceuta witnessed protest and counter-protest over the migration crisis. The residents turned on Saturday evening to reject a protest held in the city by far-right and racist political movement in Spain that featured a well-known right-wing Spanish influencer. Residents of the city, where an uneasy calm had set in earlier in the day, they crowded a square downtown, chanting slogans like "Fascists out of our city" and "Don't come here anymore." Ceuta and the larger Spanish territory of Melilla, they are located on the northern shores of the Mediterranean coast, at the tip of Africa. Both autonomous cities belong to Spain and share the European Union's only land borders with Europe.
Well, we'll keep an eye on that. Didn't he send troops to some other African country recently? ANF. Oh, the disrespect. Oh, yeah, thanks for the jewels. I still don't know what the heck those are. Let me see, what was that? I can't remember which country. Nigeria? Yeah. No, was that 4 months ago? I thought there was something more recent. Uganda approves sending troops to Gaza for international force proposed by Trump's Board of Peace. Trump sent 3 months ago. Trump sends thousands more sailors into Nigeria. 2 days ago. Yeah, well, it's all BB. And that expansionist grabbing mindset. Starting another war or just backing one? Yeah, good question, Carl. Both? Can I pick option C?
Yeah,
Okay.
In Nigeria, yeah. In Nigeria, Bob says about the school girls that were kidnapped years ago and they finally got them back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, it's just plundering. What did he say about Venezuela? To the victor goes the spoils.
Yeah. Did you see as well? He sent some oil company to start drilling Greenland without the permission of the government of Greenland as well. So, I don't know how that's going to go with Denmark, if you know what I mean.
What was that? Say again. He did what with Denmark?
He sent an oil company. To start drilling, to start doing the drilling that they go to do to get oil from Greenland, but they haven't got any permission from the government in Greenland. I put it in the other chat earlier, so I did.
Oh
We'll
my
go get
God. Here
We'll
it
go
is,
and
the
get
Guardian story. Greenland issues strong warning as Trump-linked oil firm prepares to drill. Island's government says no approval given after Greenland Energy brings kit ashore for exploratory drilling. Holy crap.
Yeah. So that's completely against the sovereignty of Greenland. You just can't go in and start digging up their oil.
No. An American oil company connected to him directly is preparing to sink wells in remote Greenland despite not having received permission from the authorities. As the U.S. president renews his threats to claim the vast Arctic territory, materials to prepare for drilling were brought ashore in recent days. Oh man, we got to have a sled dog revolution and kick those fucking pieces of kick it all into the sea.
Even that's his Truth Social post. He actually posted that picture on the Truth Social, so it's crazy.
Greenland's
government. Bob, that could happen, Bob. So good.
Again with that stupid meme. Executives of Greenland Energy, a Texas company set up last year, have claimed that 1 trillion of crude may lie beneath the Jameson land region. They announced plans to spend $60 million drilling 2 wells to find out. Although Greenland stopped issuing new oil licenses in 2021 on environmental grounds, a UK company called 80 Mile had secured exploration rights on Jameson land. Greenland's energy corporate filings say it will take a majority stake in the project in exchange for funding the exploration. Still needs government permission. Greenland Greenland Energy has retained Phil McGraw better. Dr. fucking Phil, are you fucking kidding me? Prominent right-wing former show host served on Trump's Religious Freedom Commission to make a documentary series that will capture the mission of these modern-day wildcatters.
It's mad, like that. I couldn't believe it when I read through it earlier. I was like, this, like, it's unreal. We're in the age of unreal, like, so we are, aren't we? It's like,
And he's still going on about his Golden Dome, the missile defense plan. Trump says controlling Greenland is vital. Wah! Dr. Larry Sweet, Greenland's Energy shares a big shareholder, enjoys access to Trump's circle. He said the oil project is not related to American annexation.
yeah.
Holy shit.
Is that believable? It's unbelievable. There's no words anymore.
After a company representative falsely claimed at Jameson Land Community meeting in June that it had permission to land drilling equipment, Sweat said, "Our enthusiasm for the project led us to communicate it in a way that created confusion." Huh? Local people in the sparsely populated region noticed a tug pulling a barge shorewards and unloading a dozen containers. Their goal was to get the equipment onshore in connection with planned exploration and drilling. Oh my God. Danish investigative outlet Danwatch quoted the head of the shipping company as confirming the delivery was for Greenland Energy. Oh my God. What's the Danish government saying?
But that'll draw in the whole EU as well. Like, it's not just Denmark.
No,
like,
I know.
The whole, like, EU is like.
Greenland government statement said would not be proportionate to demand the equipment be removed. Application for permission remained under processing. Oh, it's this. Planned wells to fall within a conservation area protected by the Ramsat Convention on wetlands, or they could refuse, and some worry give Trump a pretext to advance his imperialist agenda. Oh my God. 300 shipping containers of drilling equipment is set to sail from Canada on September 12th. Sinking the wells would begin in October. Oh my God.
Yeah. It's mad. It's great. Like, do you know what I mean? Like in Venezuela as well. Like, they said a couple of weeks ago, then they're leaving the ICC as well, and obviously that's under direction from America because America is now against they're trying to dismantle the ICC to replace it with the Board of Peace and the UN as well. Essentially, like, they just want his Board of Peace. So
they're pirates. They're mobster pirate.
Yeah,
oh.
that is right. Like, what else is that? Like, going there knowing that you don't have permission and you start drilling for oil. Like, so if they find the oil, then does Greenland own the oil, or does the oil company own the oil? Like, you know what I mean? It's you know,
it's crazy. Oh boy, I'm going to be following that one closely.
Yeah.
Oh, well, guys, my throat's starting to give out, so unless there's something else I should cover. I had a compilation of Mark Carney snickering and laughing at Trump, but otherwise, I can show you my mom's pictures from her birthday. Yeah. I'll save the Carney laughing compilation for a Canadian drain over trade and tariffs. Yes, I'm a smug Canadian. Yes, I'm a nasty Canadian. I think we have a T-shirt in our merch department that says I'm a nasty Canadian. Eh?
Oh, I like it. I haven't seen that one.
Might be down by now. I don't know. Okay, where's my photo album?
Yeah, I
Oh.
was trying to figure out how many layers that was, like 47.
I think it was 3 with Devon custard and cherries.
Yeah, see, I
Oh,
count the like frosting and filling layers as layers.
I see. Okay. Hang on.
It's more than that. It had to be more than that. It looked like it was like 8 or 9 inches tall.
Oh, just 3 layers of cake with 2 layers of custard and a very, very thick coating of fudge on the outside. And
Oh,
all the
it
little flowers.
looks so delicious.
Lovely.
Oh, I could eat the whole thing. And then
Is
it was
it?
just,
Does it have a name, Laura? Is that like a specific kind of cake?
no, my sister went to this place that does, specialty made to order cakes just in her kitchen or something, homemade style. And
Oh, nice.
she said, "Well, what would you like us to make for you?" And my sister said that, well, she likes chocolate and she likes flowers and and the woman just said, "Okay, I'll just put something together for you," and that's what happened.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, we were very pleased with it. Where are my photos now again? Lost my place.
Yeah, my favorite cake is actually called a Boston cream pie.
Oh, sounds like heaven.
Yeah, and it's basically what you had minus the cherries. So it's
Mm.
the cake, then custard, then cake, then custard, then cake.
Oh.
But it uses like a fudgy frosting that is kind of poured over it.
Oh.
It's like, I mean, it is so good.
Sounds
So
like it.
good.
Anything with custard.
Yeah, and it has to
Pretty
be
much.
real custard. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's the birthday girl. 90 years old. She is.
That's
And
so
doing
awesome.
great. And there's a little orb there. We caught that on camera. We believe it might be an old friend of hers that passed away the weekend prior to her birthday on Tuesday. And the colors are very Wiccan, green and purple.
Yeah.
And we back in the day, we used to always get together and have a little festival time around that time of year, and everybody would, wish her a happy birthday and all that. So I like to think he came by to say happy birthday before he went off to wherever they go. Spirits.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, so there's nothing else I could see in the room that would have reflected that. And the light from the window is going in another direction. So I thought, well, I like to think that's what
There
it
you go.
is. All right. Well, on that crazy note, well, I guess we'll say goodnight, and until next time, we try to do these as regularly as we can. I think we were supposed to be doing lives at least twice a month or
Yeah,
something.
and someone because of everything going on has not conveyed that the upcoming proposed schedule. So I'm guilty of that, of not getting that out there because of things that
Well,
came up.
life, yeah.
So I will get that out there to everybody, and we'll see what we can do and if the timing works. So they're just proposed dates. And
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. But, anyway, we're still doing these, and we're thankful that people come and hang out with us, and thank you to my lovely co-hosts. And
thank you for hosting, Laura.
We will keep you updated with other stories from around the globe. And I'll be putting out a Canadian Drain in a day or two. I'm just still writing it and putting the clips together. So have a good night, everyone. Have a good rest of your weekend. And we'll be seeing you soon.
Good night, fam.
Night.
Night.
Stay safe, everyone. Love you all.
Love you too. Bye.
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 Bye.